Hello everyone, this is teacher Rejil. This video addresses the competency perform subtraction on rational numbers. In short, subtract fractions. First, we will talk about subtraction of similar fractions. When we say similar fractions, the denominators are the same. Example number 1, 19 over 21 minus 4 over 21. Here, we will copy down common denominator 21 and perform the operation on the numerator, so 19 minus 4. 19 minus 4 equals 15, then denominator 21. Then we can still simplify 15 over 21 by dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3. So 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. So this is our answer, 5 over 7. Example number 2, 4 and 9 over 10 minus 1 and 3 over 10. Here we are subtracting two mixed numerals. The mixed numeral on the left is what we call the minuend, and the one after the minus sign is called the subtrahend. So before we are going to subtract the two mixed numerals, we are going to check if we can subtract the fractions. When I say fractions, I'm referring to the 9 over 10 and the 3 over 10. So when can we say that we can subtract the fractions? So if the fraction on the minuend is greater than the fraction on the subtrahend, we can subtract the fractions. So in this case, 9 over 10 is greater than 3 over 10. So we can subtract the fractions. Now, since we can subtract the fractions, we can also subtract now our whole numbers. Okay, so 4 minus 1, that's 3, and then subtract the fractions. We have 9 over 10 minus 3 over 10. The common denominator is 10, copy it down, and then perform the operation on the numerator. 9 minus 3 is 6. And this 6 over 10 can still be simplified. So dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 2, we have 6 divided by 2 is 3, and then 10 divided by 2 is 5. Then collecting, 3 plus 3 over 5 equals 3 and 3/5. So this is our answer. Example number 3, 15 and 4 over 9 minus 11 and 7 over 9. Now first, we are going to check if we can subtract the fractions, 4 over 9 and 7 over 9. Notice here that the fraction on the minuend is less than the fraction on the subtrahend. Yes, 4 over 9 is less than 7 over 9, so we cannot subtract yet. So what we will do here is we will borrow 1 from 15, and the one that we will borrow, we will make it a fraction. Okay, now this is how it looks like. So 15 becomes 14, and the one that we borrowed, okay, is now a fraction, 9 over 9. So why do we use 9 over 9 and not other numbers? It's because the other fraction has the denominator 9. Okay? By the way, this 4 over 9 refers to this 4 over 9 here. So that this 15 here, okay, is equal to this part here, 14 plus 9 over 9. Now, we can copy our subtrahend. Then we can simplify this part here. Okay, 9 over 9 plus 4 over 9. We can combine the two fractions. So we have 13 over 9. And then again we will copy down our subtrahend. Then we can subtract the fractions now, 13 over 9 and 7 over 9, because we already borrowed 1 from 15. So since we can subtract the fractions, we can now subtract our whole numbers. 14 minus 11, that gives us 3. Then the fraction part, 13 over 9 minus 7 over 9. The common denominator is 9. Then perform the operation on the numerator, 13 minus 7, that is 6. And we can still simplify 6 over 9, dividing both the numerator and the denominator by 3. We have 6 divided by 3 is 2, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we have 3 plus 2 over 3 equals 3 2/3. So this is the answer. Now let's talk about subtraction of dissimilar fractions. Okay, when you say dissimilar fractions, the denominators are not the same. So example number 4, 5 over 6 minus 3 over 7. So here our denominators are 6 and 7, and they do not have common factor except 1. So if that would be the case, we are going to do the cross multiplication method. How do we do that? We are going to multiply 5 times 7 minus 6 times 3 all over 6 times 7. Yes, again, 5 times 7 here, then minus 6 times 3, then all over, multiply the two denominators, 6 and 7. So simplifying, we have 5 times 7 is 35, and then we have minus the 6 times 3 is 18, then all over 6 times 7 is 42. We have this. And 35 minus 18 is 17, then denominator 42. So this is our answer, 17 over 42. Example number 5. 7 and 7 over 10 minus 3 and 1 over 15. So our denominators are not the same. So we are going to find the LCD, or the least common denominator. So there are many ways how to find the LCD, but I will just introduce here one. Okay. The method is listing down the multiples of 10 and the multiples of 15. So I have here the multiples of 10. Okay, the 4 multiples of 10, 10, 20, 30, 40. And I also have here 4 multiples of 15, 15, 30, 45, 60. Notice here the 30 is common. So this is what we call the LCD, or the least common denominator. Now this 10, we will make it 30. How? We multiply by 3. And since we will be multiplying the denominator by 3, we will also have to multiply the numerator by 3. And this 15, we will make it 30 by multiplying it by 2. And of course, the numerator 1 must also be multiplied by 2. So it looks like this. Okay, then we can simplify. Of course, 7 times 3 is 21, and then 1 times 2 is 2. The denominator here is 30, the denominator here is 30, so simplified form, it looks like this. Now, we will check if we can subtract the fractions, 21 and over 30 and 2 over 30. So the fraction on the minuend is greater than the fraction on the subtrahend. So 21 over 30 is greater than 2 over 30, so we can subtract the fractions. Since we can subtract the fractions, okay, we will now subtract the whole numbers. So we have here 7 minus 3, that's 4. And then the fractions, 21 over 30 minus 2 over 30. 30 is our common denominator. And then perform the operation on the numerator, 21 minus 2, that's 19. Then collecting 4 plus 19 over 30 equals 4 and 19 over 30. This is the answer. Example number 6. 17 and 3 over 16 minus 5 and 19 over 24. We don't have the same denominators, so we are going to find the least common denominator, or the LCD. So our method here is listing down the multiples of 16 and the multiples of 24. So the 4 multiples of 16 are 16, 32, 48, 64. And the 4 multiples of 24 are 24, 48, 72, 96. And notice here that the common number here is 48. So this is our LCD. Now this 16, we are going to make it 48 by multiplying it by 3. And since we will be multiplying the denominator by 3, we will also have to multiply the numerator by 3. And this 24 here, we will make it 48 by multiplying it by 2. And the numerator must also be multiplied by 2. So it looks like this. And of course, 3 times 3 is 9. 19 times 2 is 38. And our denominator here is 48. Our denominator here is 48. So this is the simplified form. Okay, 17 and 9 over 48 minus 5 and 38 over 48. Now, let's check if we can subtract the fractions. 9 over 48 and 38 over 48. The fraction on the minuend is less than the fraction on the subtrahend. So 9 over 48 is less than 38 over 48. So we cannot subtract. Okay, again, since we cannot subtract yet, we are going to borrow 1 from 17. Now this 17 becomes 16. And the one that we will borrow, we will make it a fraction. It will look like this. Okay, so 48 over 48 is 1. Then this is 16, 16 plus 1, this is 17. And of course, this 9 over 48 refers to this 9 over 48 here. And then we will copy our subtrahend. Now we can simplify this part. Okay, 48 over 48 plus 9 over 48. That gives us 57 over 48. And then we will copy down again our subtrahend. And this time we can subtract the fractions because we already borrowed 1 from 17. So since we can subtract the fractions 57 over 48 and 38 over 48, we will now subtract the whole numbers. So we have 16 minus 5, that gives us 11. And then the fractions 57 over 48 minus 38 over 48. The common denominator is 48. Copy it down. Perform the operation on the numerator, 57 minus 38. That gives us 19. Then collecting 11 plus 19 over 48 gives us 11 and 19 over 48. This is our answer. I prepared here 3 items for you to work on. You can pause the video and try working on these items. If you are done, I can now show you the answer. For item number 1, the answer is 1 over 8. For item number 2, the answer is 1 over 15. And for item number 3, it's 4 and 9 over 50. Did you get all the items right? I hope you did. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Teacher Rejil. Keep safe.